We'll start.
It's my mom.
Not. Oh no.
No.
Welcome back to another episode of Talking While Running. Special guest today, four-time All-American at Penn State, pro runner, tin woman, Tori Gerlach. Thanks so much.
Well, thanks for having me.
We got a car back.
This is super fun.
All right. Anyway, so how are you doing, Tori? What's up? What's the latest?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Just ended my season and took a little break, and now I'm just kind of making my way back and building up. So.
Love it.
I'm just kind of chilling right now.
Good.
Yeah.
You also got engaged recently. I wanted to start with that. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
For the people.
Yes.
Let's start. How did that happen? And maybe kind of what's the, I don't know, what was the backstory? How'd you meet?
Yeah.
Let's get romantic.
Oh gosh, okay. So his name is Jackson. He ran for Ohio State. He was a steeplechaser.
Oh,
now he's
alright.
like
Say less.
Yeah. Now he's a marathoner and yeah, but actually fun story. Happened a month ago, and it was actually at Coot Lake.
Oh, nice.
So it's like right over here.
Yeah.
So Max, Tinman, videographer, photographer, legend, and our new intern pretended that they needed some footage for USA's. So they were like, oh, let's go Coot Lake, sit down, do an interview, take photos. I was like, okay, that's normal. We do that a lot. And all of a sudden, Jackson comes around the corner and is down on one knee.
Oh, no.
And they got it all on video.
Oh, that's amazing.
So I was like, wait, are we still using this content? Why are we not? What is happening?
Your mind's on the content.
Yeah, I know. And, I was leaving for USA's the next day, so I did not. He totally caught me by surprise. I didn't think.
Wow.
He wanted to surprise me, so.
That's amazing.
He definitely did, yeah.
All right, well, congrats. Seems like
Thanks.
a good highlight recently. So
yeah, that was awesome.
You also ran at USA's.
Mm-hmm.
How did that go for the people who don't know? That's like the trials before the World Champs, which are happening right now.
Yeah.
But that's a big deal. I mean, how did it feel to kind of get out there and compete?
I mean, I think every time you step on the line at US Champs, no matter what, is awesome and something I try to really take in. You don't know how many more left you got, but I definitely didn't have the performance I wanted to. I got COVID 3 weeks before.
Oh no.
I've been dealing with an Achilles thing, so I think I was just happy to be there.
Yeah.
I gave myself a shot, but
which is very good perspective.
Yeah, for sure. But I definitely I just needed a break, I think. But
no, that's smart.
Yeah.
All right, we got a lot of questions, but we're gonna just jump around because I found that that's the best way to do it.
Okay.
With no cars, but I want to know first, how did you get into the steeplechase?
Yeah.
And discover, that's sort of an abnormal event or a little bit unorthodox.
Yeah.
So how did you see okay, that's me?
Yeah. Well, okay. So my freshman year, going into track, so I was an indoor 3K 2-miler in high school. And
from Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Should have mentioned that.
Yeah. From Pennsylvania, and first year at Penn State, I get through cross country. It's one of our first days of practice, and our coach just made every freshman jump over a hurdle, just to let's just see if it looks at least semi-normal. So I feel I
didn't want the footage of that.
Yeah, I know. I think I just jumped in. It was good enough, and since I was already I loved the 3K in general, that I think it was just kind of a natural all right, let's just try this. And at the time, I think I was with all juniors and seniors. There's a little steeple group, and so I also felt it was just really fun to be lining up with some of the older girls, and they kind of taught me
oh, that's cool,
how it works. So yeah, I feel it was just kind of.
Did Pennsylvania high school have it?
No, so that was only at the national level.
Right.
And I think it was 2K. So I never did it. But
all right.
Yeah.
And then we mentioned you're from Pennsylvania and you went to Penn State.
Yeah.
That obviously kind of makes sense off the top.
Yeah.
For your recruiting and whatnot.
It
But
was a dream.
okay, yeah. So explain how that kind of came about and why it was such a dream.
I mean, I only really looked at schools on the East Coast. Because I was in my Pennsylvania little bubble, like going
love it.
even out of state was like, whoa. So Penn State was my first visit.
Oh, nice.
And I had other visits lined up. But after I took a visit, I was like, I'm going here. Like this, it just felt right. And I mean, Penn State at the time was like top 10 in the country for cross, and they just had such a good program, like all around, like not just distance running. I just really liked the team feel, and whether it was the throwers, the sprinters, the jumpers, like it just felt like a big team, which was fun. So, and then a lot of people in my family went to Penn State, and so then to actually like do a sport there, I feel like it was like a big deal. So I don't know, I just felt like it made the most sense, and it felt like home.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
So you went on, I got some accolades here, so just let me hype you up for a minute. Got the Big Ten XC champs in Chicago, which my mom was at that race.
Really?
Actually, big long story. And then 4 All-Americans, 3rd at NCAA's in the steeple.
Yeah.
And I think you have the 2nd fastest steeple at Penn State history.
Yeah.
So what kind of like, I don't know, a standout memory?
That's a dagger.
Oh, okay, my bad. Shut it down. All right, well, I won't ask, but what's the best highlight then, the most positive from those?
From all those?
Yeah, or any of the above from your time at Penn State.
So I don't know, I always go back to this race whenever I get asked this, because it was my 5th year. I only had outdoor eligibility. I went to Milrose games indoor.
Oh.
And I was unattached. It was in a 3K. It was like one of the biggest races I've ever been in.
Yeah.
And I ended up running 8:54.
Nice.
And getting 3rd. And that was kind of like a breakthrough.
Oh, that's sick.
Like,
I didn't have that on the list.
Yeah. That was like no one really knew. Like, it was very low key. Like, that's kind of where I like met agents and stuff.
Yeah, that's huge.
It was a big breakthrough, and I think if I was in a uniform, it would have been like 7th all time. But it was so low key, so I kind of keep it to myself, like what happened.
Yeah, no big deal.
I would say that's probably like my breakthrough running moment. But
what was like? Do you remember any moment in that race where you were like, "This is gonna be like special," or "I'm feeling good," or?
Through the mile.
Okay.
I was like, "Oh wow."
Were you with like I don't even know, like next to?
There was like, who was there?
Yeah, I wonder.
Steph Garcia.
Okay.
Kate Van Busker. I guess I'm sorry. Oh, sorry.
I'll get the results. We'll show
God. Shannon Osika. Like, it was like, and then girls who are pro now that I ran against in college. Like, it just felt like a very big race that I was like, I feel out of my depths, but it actually went really well.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta send it.
Yeah.
All right, so.
But out of your list, probably like 3rd in the NCAA, because, well, in the moment I was really mad, but.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Looking back, that season was a nightmare, and it was such a nightmare. I didn't think I was going to get to nationals. So.
Just injury, or what was going on?
Well, I found out 7 days before the final that I had celiac.
Oh, no way.
And my iron was so low, and the season was just like crawling my way back.
Oh my God.
So, I mean, I went into the season wanting to win an NCAA title, and so kind of anything other than that was going to be
NCAA, or champ or bust.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So, but looking back, like, the fact that I like made it. And then got 3rd, and I PR'd in the prelim and the final. Like, I just.
Oh, whoa.
I felt like it was just.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's fine. Yeah. But in the moment, it's a little.
Yeah, you're a competitor.
Yeah, and it was like my last year. I stayed the whole year just to do outdoor. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that after the Milrose indoor?
Yeah. So I thought I was like.
Yeah.
But then my health got really weird after. Indoor. So. Anyway.
Yeah, no, that's amazing.
Yeah.
We go on. But after college, I believe you transitioned to the Reebok Club.
Yeah.
On the East Coast. How did that kind of come about? And then, I don't know, any lessons or highlights looking back on that time with the Reebok squad? You had Stoner, Josette Norris.
Yeah.
Great squad up there. So what was that like?
That was amazing. Like, I feel like not that I took it for granted or anything, but looking back, I just have such great memories. Because I feel like it was like, you know, you're newly out of college and you're like going after your dreams and you're young and like, I just felt like it was so fun. I just remember it being fun.
You were in Virginia?
Yeah, well, I actually, no one really knows this, but I moved to Boston for like 6 months because that's where we thought, I was one of the first people to sign with that group. And they thought it was going to be in Boston. So I moved there, and then I get there after 3 weeks. They're like, by the way, in 4 months, we're moving to Virginia. And I was like,
oh no.
Wait, what? So, so then I moved to Virginia, and I was hurt the whole 2019, but
yikes.
It was great.
That's silly, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so I think it was in December of 21 that you announced you were with the Tinman.
Yes.
And Adidas reps, shout out.
Yeah.
How did that kind of come about? Because you're also groundbreaking first Tin woman.
Yeah.
And I don't know how anyone would find this video that doesn't know who Tinman are, but they're like, you know, a big group in the scene right now. They're doing all types of cool stuff with content and right, and a lot of masculine vibes. So in a good way.
Yeah.
What was that like initially? And now you're 7 months in. How's it been?
Well, one, it's been awesome. Couldn't have asked for like a better situation. I'm really excited for like the future, but it happened. So my contract with Reebok was ending in December of 2020.
Okay.
And at the time, Tori Leslie was the coach here, and he called me and was like, I know your contract's ending, like, do you want to move to Boulder?
Yeah.
And like possibly start a women's team here? I was like, I've always wanted to live in Boulder, sure.
Yeah, right.
So I moved. And luckily my fiance is the most supportive person, so he's like, sure, like, let's go. And so,
shout out Jackson.
Yeah, shout out to Jackson. So then I moved here, and I was just being coached under Tori and like spending time with Tinman, but I wasn't officially on the team, and they weren't really ready to add women yet. And so I just kind of had a season by myself, and I went to the trials, like everything was fine, but I was really excited for like a group situation.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know that.
That's so I was kind of alone, and then in the fall Tori left, and I was like, well, I gotta sit down with Joan and figure this out, and we actually ended up talking at coffee for like 3 hours, and
no way.
I was like, okay, I think
that's a good
this
sign.
is my coach.
Yeah.
And she's been basically coaching me since the fall, and I think I officially signed in November, and so like looking back, it's obviously like a very slow, like kind of a year later, but it was almost perfect because I got to like know the guys, and it wasn't forced, and it just kind of
warmed up to it a little.
Yeah, it was like perfect. So now I'm just
all right,
living the dream.
We got more. I got a little follow. We're gonna flip here,
okay.
But put a pin in that. We'll see.
Cool.
Got a car up. Can't find it. Too bad.
Oh no.
The question was just how much of a mama is Mama Hunter to you? So I wanted to kind of go off of that. Like what? Because I've heard, or it's actually in the little announcement video you had.
Yeah.
Like a big focus is just on the person.
Yes.
And not only on the athletics. So what does that kind of look like day to day, and then with the coaching between?
Yeah. No. I was actually talking about this with someone like yesterday, and how she is like a second mom to me.
Oh, good.
Like she just is. I think mom vibes is like the best way to describe it. Like I have the story I always think about is like it was in the fall, and I think some people were having like scratchy throats, and she brought like homemade chicken noodle soup to people on the team who were like
that's awesome.
Like getting sick. Like she like I guess it's a little cliche to be like, oh, they care about the person, but like genuinely like her first and foremost thing that she cares about is like your happiness. So it's just been so nice, and I don't want to say different, but I've had women coaches before, but she's just unlike any coach I've ever had, and I feel like she really listens to our feedback, and but at the same time, like she'll tell you how it is if she needs to. She's awesome.
Well, I mean, it makes sense that it feels a little different. She is Drew's mom.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a different dynamic, but I've only heard great things. So
you wouldn't even know she's Drew's mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about like
she's great.
the training in the spring, can we get a little peek behind the curtain about maybe the philosophy for you and some workouts for the steeple?
Yeah.
Or what's your favorite from the spring? And then, well, it sounded like you had an answer and I cut you off.
No, it's okay. I was gonna say, I feel like my normal build-up was kind of ruined because of COVID. Like, I feel like the last few key workouts I've been doing, like, we kind of just stayed at tempo or threshold just to get some sort of work in, but I just wasn't feeling good. But before that, I feel like the strength side of training is my weakness, I guess. So I feel like we've just been trying to like add more reps. Like, I did 75K at one point, which like that's really far for me. So yeah, I think her approach this year, especially it's like the first year coaching me, like definitely kind of backing off a little bit. Like my mileage is kind of low and I cross train a lot, and yeah, so I think just the strength stuff. But then I missed all like the fun workouts I like to do, like 400s or 300s or
absolutely.
stuff. So can't complain, huh?
Yeah. What about more about the Tinman like dynamics? Who's on a long run, a recovery run? Who's got like, I don't know, who's entertaining? The best chatter?
Jermaine.
Okay.
Actually, there's been some times where he's not at practice and we're all just like,
oh, really?
But no,
what does he do? What's he bring?
He just like, he's British, so I feel like it's just, there's a different tone and like, it's just fun. But I feel like everyone on the team brings something. Like it's,
nice.
Everyone is so different.
For sure.
With different personalities, but it just works. And especially on like long runs, I'm only with them for like half the time.
Yeah, right.
But it's very, not serious, but yeah, we're like talking a little bit. And then it's like easy runs or someone's always like gabbing. But yeah, Jermaine definitely brings the vibes.
Okay. At Ricky Jimenez _ asks, what does your workout or race warm-up look like?
Oh, wow.
So
again,
don't give away any secrets.
No, there's literally no secret. So workout warm-up is 15 minutes easy, 2 minutes tempo.
Oh,
and then Joan likes to do like 4x20-second strides, but I stop and do drills, and then I do strides.
Nice, okay.
And then we start the workout. And that's pretty similar with a race, like maybe the harder 2-minute part isn't like 90 or it's slower, or I'll maybe run 20 minutes or, it's pretty
That's
simple.
Smart though, because like a lot of the time I think people aren't necessarily running to like run fast right away.
Oh, right.
Without that little.
I know that's my problem. So I think we've been throwing in different things. Like I've done hill sprints before a race. I've done different things because that's kind of my problem, and we're trying to figure out like
get the legs.
Why do I feel so flat?
Right.
So I'm trying to figure it out. So.
All right. Okay, at Tim _ MCG95.
Nice.
This isn't a question, but he just said, Stanford warm-up, where Tori claimed she knew where she was going and got us lost.
Tim McGowan. I know who that is. So it was like my, oh my God. I got really in trouble for this. It was my 5th year of school, and like we're going out to Stanford. I've been there a million times, and I'm like directionally challenged. Like I am, you do not want to follow me anywhere.
Okay.
But I like they're a couple years younger than me. Took them on like a warm up to Stanford, and like I got us lost. Like this is pre-me too.
Yeah,
like,
right.
We get back in like an hour, and my coach is like, pissed. Like, you should know what you're doing. Like, blah, blah.
You were racing?
Yeah, the next day.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, the next day.
I thought it was the minute before.
No, God.
That's so funny.
No, it was the pre-me the day before.
So you did like a 10-miler or something?
Well, I think we just like walked around a lot. And it was like, I just completely dropped the ball.
That's so funny.
I know that was Tim McGowan.
Okay, yeah, it was.
I know it.
All right, good to know.
Oh my God, I'm embarrassed.
At Josette Norris, ex-teammate.
Oh no.
Current friend, it looks like. Says, is the guest room ready for Rojo yet?
Oh my God. Okay, so what is this? Shout out to Robbie and Josette. They're our best friends. I'm in her wedding, she's in mine.
Oh, that's
love
nice.
them. But yeah, they're gonna come out to Boulder this fall, and Jackson and I bought a condo in the fall, and so we have like a loft, and we've been calling it Josette and Robbie's room.
Okay.
And so, so yeah, we'll have Rojo out here.
Beautiful. She also had a kissy face in there, which I can only assume was just either to me or to Trackster.
Probably you, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll get, whenever they come out,
yes,
we'll do a group interview.
Oh my God. That'd be so, you would not, we're too much, so.
Okay, no, I won't, I'll just drive.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just let you guys
just let us talk.
Yeah. No, that'd actually be like,
that'd be so fun.
I'd break the internet. Yeah. Okay, then I found the Mama Hunter question.
Okay.
We're good. I did want to touch on the world champs.
Yeah.
Are going on right now.
Yeah.
Got some traffic on. Any, I don't know, highlights from the race from you, the women's steeple maybe, with Gerlach?
Honestly, all of them.
Okay.
Like the men's 200 from last night.
So sick.
The 10Ks, the like, what was it? Even like pole vault. Like I just, honestly, I've watched every event.
Oh yeah.
And
is it just fired up as me?
Like I think it's really cool to see people that you run against all the time, even if you're not beating. Like just people you're in the race with who are like going after things, and whether they medal or not, like just to see like the fierceness and like the just going for it, I think is like the most inspiring.
Absolutely.
You know, so yeah, women's 15, like I don't know, everything has been really cool.
Yeah,
the men's 15 I think was one of my favorite
also
things.
Yeah.
But
the British,
yeah,
that was crazy. And then shout out Sam Parsons, the Tinman teammate.
That was really fun to watch. I feel like he just looked really good throughout, and I feel like he was trusting himself, and so yeah, that was really cool to
any
see.
I don't know, was there any indicator or workout that you saw like we got some fitness going on right now, or
from Sam?
Yeah.
You know, I haven't been around the last like month or so. We've all been on very different schedules, but every time I have seen the guys working out, it's just like a high quality day. Like I feel like they all get the most out of each other, and I think Sam's been really like finding his stride this season. So honestly, any workout I've seen, it's been really good.
For sure.
But
that's a good sign.
Yeah, I actually remember watching him do like an 8 in a mirror time trial and before a workout, and I feel like that was really cool. So I don't know. There's been moments where you're like, wow. But honestly, I don't think there's one workout that's going to determine. You know,
of course,
the whole year, those guys have been just bringing the
consistency,
energy, like commitment, like every day. So I think it's all accumulation of what they've been doing. Yeah.
All right, and then while we're kind of getting nerdy on the running pro scene, what's the do you have an all-time favorite runner?
Ooh.
Or somebody that you're like, you've looked up to maybe since high school or something like that you're always just like, that's my...
Well, in high school was Jenny Simpson. I just...
Nice.
Like, I felt like consistency just blows my mind, because that is something I struggle with. So, like, seeing people just compete at a high level all of the time, no matter the competition, is just really impressive to me. So I think Jenny Simpson...
We're on her hallowed ground.
Yeah, but now honestly, like, it's just my friends, like Josette, or like Tom Scott really inspires me, or like, I don't know, there's just like people on my team, like now it's just like people I know because I see the whole picture, and it's just always impressive when you know what they're doing and you see them go for it and it works out. So
perfect. What's also, I want to touch on the Adidas partnership with Tinman and stuff. What's been your favorite gear or product that you've been able to get your hands on? Maybe a little plug.
Well, obviously our Tinman shoes.
Yeah, those are sick.
I raced in the Tinman like spikes. I guess I went back and forth between the Avantis and I wore the Avantis. So I feel like wearing that's fun because there's like it's from Adidas and they support us, and that's awesome. But then to give us the opportunity to kind of make something our own, and then to wear that in the biggest competition, I think is like really cool. So honestly, probably like they're Takumi's, but all like the Tinman colorways.
That
we created.
All right, we'll drop our affiliate link Get a pair.
Yeah. Perfect.
I love it. No, actually, the
yeah,
it is super cool. The synergy.
Yeah.
If you want to say that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Between the brands.
Yeah.
All right, and then what do we have coming up? Like, I know you're kind of in this downtime.
Yeah.
What do you have? Oh, the iPad just hit the temperature mark.
No.
That's when you know we're
know.
heating up. What do you have coming up though? Anything like any races at all, or are you just back to the grindstone?
I'm just back to like building up. I think last year I didn't really have much of a fall.
Okay.
And so I shut my season down early just because of my foot and COVID and to really get back. And so right now I'm just kind of trying to stack miles and have a pretty big fall, and I'll probably do some road races, but nothing on the
official
schedule.
Okay. All right, sweet. And then let's see, I want to make sure we got any of the other questions. Oh, I didn't get your mom's question.
Oh geez, that's important.
That's perfect one to end on. Shout out all the people, by the way, who answered questions.
Yeah.
Or hit us up. All right, I'll cut this. Let me find it. Oh, also Angel Picarello. She said, ask about the engagement. So.
Oh my gosh.
We did that, but shout out.
Shout out Angel.
To her. Penn State team.
No.
Oh no.
But.
She went to Nova, right? Or...
She's one of my favorite people on the planet.
Okay.
So I've known her since sophomore year of high school. It's funny. I'm gonna go off that Angel first.
Go off.
She's from Homer Center, or Homer, yeah, in Pittsburgh, and she went to high school there, and then I'm from Philly, so, but I'm near Nova and she's near Penn State, so we just kind of like switched schools, and she went over to Nova and I went to Penn State.
Okay, I got it.
And so I feel like she was in my region, I raced against her all the time, she's one of the nicest people ever.
Yeah.
And we've been having very similar seasons ever since, so we just kind of, yeah, with a connection.
We could do another duo episode.
Yes.
She's over out.
Oh, I've been trying to get her out here.
Okay.
But she's getting married in August, so she's busy.
So are you going out to that?
Yeah.
All right, sick. Here, Pat, can we go a little further for this last question? Yeah. Sick. I just want to end with the your mom. I mean, we got to show some respect around here.
She's my biggest fan.
What do you consider your greatest running achievement off the top? And then second, what's the biggest lesson you've learned from a failure? And I'm going to say self-perceived failure.
Right.
Because you're at such a high level. It's like...
I bet you said that because I feel like let's start with the failure.
Okay.
Do I say what it is and then what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever you want. There's no rules.
I think like and again, this is why it sounds kind of dramatic because like, it's just running, but probably like every US champ.
Nice.
Like I just don't compete well there, and I've been to 6 and I've only made the final once. And I feel like my goal every year is just make the final and be competing with the top 10, and I just haven't done it. And so I think USA's just has always left a sour taste in my mouth. Okay. So that's probably my biggest failure.
That's a matter of time, first of all. If you made it 6 times, that's insanely impressive. Like, that's...
No.
You were saying, Jenny Simpson, that's consistency.
Yeah.
That is real, so...
Well, see, that's what I'm kind of saying. Like, for me, that doesn't feel consistent, right? Like,
sure.
But, like, you're right. Like, that feels consistent. And so I think... something I've learned from failure, and I used to take it so personally, and like really be like, wow, I must be a terrible person if I can, like seriously.
Sure.
And
I don't mean to laugh at you.
No, like it's funny, because it's silly.
Yeah.
And we get so zoomed in, and you think it's everything when I'm really only trying to compete against like this small percentage,
Right, top.
But everyone's so hard on themselves, and you want things,
Yes.
And that's why you work so hard.
Yeah.
But. Yeah, I think what I've learned is that like failure or succeeding or whatever that is to you. I think what I've learned is just like, yeah, like life goes on, and like it doesn't mean anything about yourself, and as long as you're like a good person to those around you and like bring people up with you and try your best, like I don't think you can be upset.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
And I think this is the first time US champs didn't go well, and I didn't handle. I usually just I was fine. I was like, okay, like next time, I didn't take it so personally.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I don't know if
that's growth.
Answers the question.
Absolutely.
Growth. We love growth.
Maturity.
Yeah.
All that. Yeah. Just for you kids out there.
Well, I joke. So I'm getting too old to like. Care. Like, come on.
I
like, there's other cool things. Like, there's other cool things happening, and yes, I want to run fast, and I have goals, but it's like, it's not. Honestly, I think going after the goal is what success is.
Right.
Not necessarily the outcome.
Oh yeah, the journey.
Yeah, totally.
Absolutely.
So, but I've really had to like learn that. Like, actually believe that.
Right.
So.
And then the other part was just what's your greatest achievement, but you did kind of touch on that.
Yeah.
With the Milrose and
not because of the time, but just because like I did something that I thought I could do, and I surprised myself. Like, I think that's what it was. Like, I just did something that I'm like, oh wow, I think I can do this at a high level. Like, it was that first glimpse of like, okay, this can work, you know?
Absolutely.
And so I think that's why that is, but like, I wouldn't have said this then, but I think now, even getting third NCAAs, like,
for sure.
Like, that process was so hard, but I got through it and I succeeded. And
that's crazy.
So it's like, it's again the process. Like,
right.
Like looking on paper, you're like, okay, like.
No, looking on paper, I'm like, that's sick.
Oh, okay. Well, on paper, I'm like, yeah, but then like if you look at the whole season and people who knew me or my life, like, that was terrible. So. Right. Yeah. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, before the cameras all overheat, we'll put a pin in that there. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me. This is fun.
I'll drop all the run details always on Trackster. Of course, follow Tori on social media. See her fall build-up and all the Tinman stuff coming up.
We're dropping some stuff in the fall for Tinman. Videos. Our docu-series is coming out.
Oh, hell yeah.
In the next week or so.
Breaking news.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right, we'll wrap it there.
Sweet.
I'm chilling. What do you think? You good on pace?
Oh yeah, this is fine.
Good. This is a tempo for me, but.
Oh really? We can slow down.
I'm kidding.
Oh, we can slow down.
I'm not that bad.
Going to the serious filming going on.
Yes, sir. Talking while running. Subscribe.
Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.